The fourth annual NAIA Classic got underway at the Sanford Pentagon on Saturday as Dakota Wesleyan, Dakota State, Mount Marty, and Presentation's men's and women's basketball teams all took to Heritage Court. In the nightcap, the Dakota Wesleyan and Dakota State men clashed. Opening half, DWU's Sam McLeod sets the pick. Then Nick Hard feeds him as he rolls, rises, and throws down the jam. The Tigers trail 7-6 early in the half. Later in the first, DSU's Shaq Russell drives, and he'll kick out to Josh McGreal, who tickles the twine from deep from the top of the key. That's for 3 of his team-high 15s. The Trojans trail by 1. Later, Tyson Smiley helps force the turnover, and then in transition, he'll drop back to Ty Hoagland, who lays in 2 of his game-high 29 points, and the Tigers knock off the Trojans 80-62. The Tiger and Trojan women played prior to the men's game. First quarter, DWU's Sarah Carr feeds Jessica Mears down low. She'll dribble twice, pivot, and lay it in for 2 of her 9 points. The Tigers take an early 10-3 lead. Timeout, Dakota State. Later in the quarter, DSU's Lexi Robson drives through traffic and through the lane as she finishes with the right hand. She tallied 6 points on the night as that trimmed the Tigers' lead to 5. A few minutes later, DWU's Kaylee Kirk going to dish out 1 of her 10 assists as Michaela Carr shreds the net from deep for 3 of her 17 points. And DWU opens the NAIA Classic with a 94-74 win over DSU. Presentation in Mount Marty squared off in the day's first game. And just before the third quarter buzzer, the Lancers get the ball to Carly McKinney, and the former T-Titan drains the threes. She had a game-high 23 points on the day. Mount Marty up 13 after 3. Fourth quarter, Presentation beats the press, and then the great ball movement leads Jada Cunningham open for the easy bucket. She led the Saints with 21 points, though they still trailed by 16. Later in the quarter, off a miss, Mount Marty gets the offensive board, and they'll swing it around the perimeter to Ali Kuka. She'll splash in the triple for 3 of her 9 points. The Lancers pick up the 70-53 victory. Following the women's game, the Lancer men also squared off with the Saints. Early in the opening half, Jordan Johnson finds Jalen Billings in the corner. He'll pull the trigger and hit his mark from 3 as the Lancers trail 13-10. Later in the half, Presentation's Alex Sumption forces the turnover, and he'll take it end-to-end, rise up, and throw down the jam as that forces a Lancers timeout as the Saints lead 17-10. Just a few minutes later, though, the Lancers on the attack as Johnson's going to drive. He'll kick out back to Billings, who knocks down another 3. He finished with 13 points, and the Lancer men make it a Mount Marty sweep with a 90-54 victory.